Right back at you. Right back at you. Right back at you. I'm on the bus right now, as you can see, but I wanted to share a topic with you guys real quick. Of course, we're going straight to the great book. The great book itself, the Bible. Mark 5. Um, Mark 5, I think that's how it's read. Mark chapter 5, verse 1 to 20. It's during that time when Jesus restored a man possessed with demon, or demon possessed man. Oh, actually, a man possessed with, well, whatever. It says Jesus restored a demon possessed man. So it reads, they went across the lake of region. Remember when I was speaking about narcissists, right? I told you a narcissist to me is like a rock sticking out of the lake, and the water represents the emotion, and the rock, quote unquote, represents what that man is trying to present to to the public and everything else. So here again, this chapter, which I'm trying to make the connection, it shows you the lake where Jesus stopped the wind and everything else like that, lake water. And it says when Jesus got off the boat, a man with an impure spirit came from the tomb. Tomb, what is a tomb made out of? A rock. So here again, you have the correlation between the lake and the water. That's it, the lake and water. The lake representing water and the tomb representing rock. It being separated, this is when the man becomes mad. Because a lake or water can represent a feminine energy, and a rock can represent a masculine energy. You need both of them together to have life itself. That's how life started on the earth anyway, with the minerals and the bacteria and everything else. Then became singular, then plural. So here again, the Bible is telling you what's going on again. So it said when Jesus got off the boat, a man with an impure spirit came from the tomb. Tombs are made out of rock. To meet him. This man lives in the tombs, and no one could bind him anymore. Hold on. I was going to look at the definition of the word bind. Bind is to put together, basically. Nobody can. He's out of his mind. Nobody can bring him back to his righteous mind. That's what a narcissist is. You feel me? At his extremist level, this man lives in a tomb, and no one can bind him anymore. Not even with chain, for he had often been chained. Hand and foot, but he tore the chain apart and broke the irons off his feet, and no one was strong enough to subdue him. You feel me? The problem from what I've been studying, the way they deal with narcissists is what they was doing back in the day in this Bible verse right here. They isolate people. Even the psychologist said a narcissist, the best place for a narcissist to go is to lock him up in prison. The reason why she said that, because narcissists are more likely to break the law. They will break the law several times, like a Madoff. You feel me? But Madoff is more like a sociopath. But almost narcissist and sociopath, they both go hand in hand. But she's suggesting that a narcissist is supposed to be someone that should be isolated. But here is a man who was a narcissist, who was isolated, who still broke the chains and everything else. Because a narcissist will always find a way to manipulate the surroundings around him. So even though you try to isolate him and try to handcuff him and try to handicap him and everything else like that, it will not work. This is what the Bible is saying. No one was strong enough to subdue him. There's no psychologist in the world that's going to be able to help a narcissist out. They don't have a cure for it. They say you have to take like a 2-year course of a therapist, and even then, they're not even sure if it's going to work. 2 years. They say 18 to 24 months. That's 2 years, my nigga. You feel me? The Bible said no one is strong enough to subdue him. No one is strong enough to subdue is basically how's the definition? Subdue is to basically subdue him. No one was strong enough to subdue him. It's to basically convince If you look at the word subdue, let's look at the word right now. Hold on. Then I'm gonna come back to this. It's very important. We're gonna look at the word subdue. All right. It's very very important. I look. Subdue is to overcome. Nobody can overcome him. Nobody can convince him. Nobody can bring him under control. A feeling or a person. Subdue also is something like a subdue also represents country or people to bring under control by force. Nobody was able to subdue, to overpower, to conquer, defeat. The reason why nobody can convince or conquer or overcome or defeat in that sense, because the possession of a narcissist is so strong that even a group, individuals, institution, professors, psychologists, none of that shit is going to work. Only the Spirit of God. You have to go straight to church on that one. They're going to have to pray for you. It's more like an exorcism. I'm sorry. You have an impure energy within you. So this is the Bible describing what a narcissist is. It couldn't use the word narcissist because the definition was different back then. So it tried to describe the same characteristics of what a narcissist is. And if you take a look at what narcissist is, it will match very well with this individual. It said night and day among the tombs in the hills he could cry out loud and cut himself with rocks. You see, a night and day among the tombs. People don't live in tombs. People live in houses. So the tomb is a representation of something that is encaved within. You feel me? So the tomb that they're talking about is he's crying within. In the hills, somewhere in the hills, a hills is somewhere that's like further away from the community itself. So a narcissist, when they deal with the emotion, they don't know how to deal with the emotion. So what it's describing right here, this is a night and day among the tombs, within himself, in the hills, somewhere far within himself. He's hiding within himself. He could cry out. He's crying out for help, but he cannot show that he's crying out for help because a narcissist always gotta look strong. He lacks confidence, so he has to act like he has confidence. You understand? And cut himself with rocks. Again, the rock, the representation of what a rock is what he's using. He's cutting himself with rocks. He's using basically exactly what he wants to be. So when he cut himself with rocks, which meaning he's attacking somebody who is a representation of what he's trying to be. He's trying to be the solid individual. Keep going. He's trying to be that. Look at this. This is the road right here. He's trying to be that solid individual. He's trying to represent strength, which he lacks. He's trying to represent confidence, which he lacks. A rock represents structure. If you build your house with a rock, that means it's going to be stable. That's why they use the word rock in that sentence. It shows stability. A narcissist don't have that. He's only putting on the front for a public image because he does not want people, he doesn't want to be exposed because he doesn't know how he's going to handle it if he's exposed like that. So he's using what people have that he wants to hurt himself. You feel me? Because by using these people, he's only hurting himself by not revealing himself. When he saw Jesus from a distance, you see, a narcissist will always know when somebody is better than him. They always spot out those who bring him shame. They always spot out those who have confidence. That's how they get to stay away from those individuals, or they want to overcome those individuals. But when he saw Jesus from a distance, he already knew this man is better than me. So narcissists can make a great relationship. The only difference is that they see the things, like let's just say a narcissist saw something in somebody that he didn't have. Instead of him working with that individual so he can build himself up, he sees these things as a form to destroy that individual so he can make himself feel better. That's how narcissists work. So if they can switch up their mindset by using the same energy and the same kind of elements that they have, they could be a better lover. But the reason why they lack these things, because they always competing. So they see these things and they want to destroy it in that person so they can be like, you see, they can always have an excuse. Now let me keep on reading. He said, when he saw Jesus from a distance, he ran and fell on his knees in front of him. He shouted to the top of his voice. Mind you, Jesus is not the average human. So when they said he saw Jesus from a distance, he ran and fell on his knees. They're talking about the demon that's a narcissist within the individual itself. It's going to say right now in the next chapter. He said, when he saw Jesus from a distance, he ran and fell on his knees in front of him. He shouted to the top of his voice, "What do you want with me, Jesus, Son of the Most High God? In God's name, don't torture me." For Jesus said to him, "Come out of this man, you impure spirit." You see, it wasn't even the man that was speaking. It was the narcissist within the man that was speaking to Jesus. The man a narcissist has no control over his own damn self. They're so evil, so manipulative, they lack empathy. Because there's a demon operating within them. The demon is controlling them. The demon does not care for anything else but its selfishness. So, let me read that part again. He saw Jesus from a distance. He ran and fell on his knees in front of him. He shouted at the top of his voice, "What do you want with me, Jesus, Son of the Most High? In God's name, don't torture me." For Jesus has said to him, "Come out of this man, you impure spirit." Then Jesus asked him, "What is your name?" The only way you can defeat any enemy in this world, like I've said, is to know the name of the demon that you're battling. The identification of the person that you're battling gives you the description of the person that you're battling, so you can know how to operate with that person. If I'm operating a device and I do not know what the device is about, I don't know the name of the device, and I don't have the description of the device, I'm more likely to hurt myself trying to operate that device. It's simple. So Jesus asks, and then Jesus asks him, "What is your name?" Every movie that you see, they always ask the demon what's their name. Because the demons hold on to their name very strongly, because they know that gives away the description of that demon. And Jesus asked him, "What is your name?" My name is Legion. He said, "My name is Legion." He replies, "For we are many." Like I told you, let me repeat that again. He said, "My name is Legion." He replies, "For we are many." He begged Jesus again and again to send them out of the area. He's begged Jesus again and again to send them out of the area. Now, let me read back that again, because you missed the point on that. Then Jesus asks him, "What is your name?" He said, "My name is Legion." He replies, "For we are many." You have to understand, a narcissist never, ever, ever works alone. I told you niggas that already. They never work alone. I ain't never heard of all the stories that I heard. A narcissist always have a flying monkey. They always have a new supply. They always have people working on them. They always have spies. They always have people doing their dirty work for them. They gotta have people believing in them. They always have people working on their behalf. You have to understand that. You have to. So he said, "For we are many." That's what I said. Now this name Legion that doesn't just represent a narcissist. It also represents a sociopath, a psychopath, antisocial. Because about, I say, 80% of the population in the world fall in these categories. According to the research, they said only 20% of us is considered sane. I think the number is lower, to tell the truth. For my research, that's what they're telling us. That's why I said my name is Legion, for we are many. You heard that? That's a demon talking back to Jesus. You can't make this shit up, my nigga. You can't make this up, bro. Look, he said, "For we are many." So the next chapter said, a large herd of pigs, herds. What is a herd? Just a bunch of people following the crowd. A herd will be led to the slaughtering house. And that's what the flying monkeys, they always work in groups. They are herds. They always I just came to California. Look at how many fall in line. Look at how many fall in line. They are hers. But I ain't even gotta read the whole shit. You see it for yourself. The Bible is the truth, my niggas. The scriptures is nothing to be played with. But I'm gonna finish reading this. A large herd of pigs was feeding on a nearby hillside. Here goes the hillside again. The demons begged Jesus, send us among the pigs. Allow us to go into them. Look at these demons. That's why I told you. You cannot kill a narcissist. Because once you kill that individual, guess what happened? That same demon that's after you is going to jump into the next person. Do you understand what's going on? You are battling a demon. Narcissists are demons. I ain't gonna fuck around and throw my life away for you motherfuckers, and you niggas is being operated by a demon. You are under control by a demon. You see what he said? He said, allow us. Hold on, where you at? Come to me. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where scripture? Allow us to go into them. Send us among them pigs. They asking Jesus for permission to allow them. So Jesus gave them the permission, and the impure spirit came out and went into the pigs. The herd, about 2,000 in numbers, rushed down the steep banks into the lake and were drowned. The lake again. If you can read that again, right? I'm gonna read that again. I'm gonna help you niggas out. These narcissists, this is how you heal a narcissist right here. Again came the lake. The lake represents emotion. It's a feminine energy. It's an emotion energy. Remember, you are made out of 23 chromosomes from your mother and 23 chromosomes from your father. We both have feminine energy within us. Masculine and feminine always work hand in hand. We gonna read this shit again, my nigga. We gonna kill these demons. Hold on, I always gotta scratch my nose. Right here. Hold on. We ain't gonna let them off the hook. I got them. A large herd of pigs. That's why you don't eat pigs. Right there, it's telling you. It's telling you what you're not supposed to do. We're feeding on a nearby hill. The demons begged Jesus, send us among the pigs. Allow us to go into them. That means a demon can jump from one body to another. He gave them the permission. And the impure spirit came out and went into the pigs. The herd, about 2,000 in numbers, rushed down the steep bank into the lake and were drowned. I guess Jesus tricked them niggas. Those tending the pigs ran off and reported this to the town. Those tending the pigs, those who were supposed to be looking after the pigs ran off and reported to the town and the countryside, and people went out to see what had happened. When they came to Jesus, they saw the man who had been possessed by the demon sitting there dressed and in his right mind, and they were afraid. You have to understand, people hate what they can't understand. No, people fear what they cannot understand and hate what they cannot conquer. People get comfortable with people who are a certain way. A person will get comfortable with seeing a homeless person all the time. If that person overcome his trials and tribulation, people do not understand that kind of behavior. And this is what the Bible is telling us right here. This is all true. Now, if you disagree with me, you can stop being a Christian. I welcome you to stop being a Christian, because most people, they hate on you so bad that when you take their own scripture and you point it back at them, they stop becoming Christians. That's how much hate goes on. But I ain't even got that much time to talk to y'all all day, because it's a time. I got time on the bus, but I know the recording, I got limited space, so I can't record for too long. Anyway, let's go. When the countryside went, then when they came to Jesus, they saw the man, and they saw the man who had been possessed by the demons sitting there dressed and in his right mind. They were afraid. Those who had seen it told the people what had happened to the demon-possessed man and told about the pigs as well. Then the people began to plead with Jesus to leave their region. You see what happens? People are used. People don't like change. How can you, look at this, you have a man that is possessed with a demon. Y'all try to, a man that is possessed with a demon, that remind you in the beginning, it said these people, they couldn't subdue him. They couldn't overcome him. They couldn't put him up in chains. Psychologists didn't work. Everything, politics, nothing worked on this man. Nothing. He was a lawless man. He was breaking all laws. They couldn't bind him. They couldn't find him no help. Then a man came along, and that man helped them. And they told that man to leave town. They told Jesus, leave their region. You see what's going on, my G's? They said, leave. They said, you gotta go, my nigga. As Jesus was getting to the boat, Jesus actually followed through. Jesus left. As Jesus was getting to the boat, the man who had a demon possessed begged to go with him. Jesus did not let him, but said, go home to your own people and tell them how much the Lord had done for you and how he had mercy on you. So the man went away and began to tell his people how Jesus had done for him, and all the people were amazed. You see how that story go? The town that Jesus just didn't help that man that was possessed with demon. Jesus helped the town out. Because you know what was going on? If that man would have died or passed away, all the demons had to do would have jumped into those people who wanted Jesus out. So by Jesus casting away the demon into those pigs and drowning those pigs, emotions, river represents emotion. And we can also look at a lake. You can also look at the definition of a lake. And why do people get baptized in lakes? You see, you're not looking at the bigger picture. This is the reason why Jesus was even baptized in a lake by Paul the Baptist. You understand what's going on? This is why they were drowned into the lake. So water represents pure. Water represents something that is spiritual. That's why when they baptize people in lakes, the spirit cannot come back out of them. But if that man would have died on the rock with no feminine emotion, working hand in hand with the masculine emotion, guess what would have happened? The demon would have jumped into the people who wanted Jesus to leave their region. You see what's going on? So a narcissist is nothing to be played with. You feel me? The only way you can help out a narcissist is for the narcissist to go back to church, is to re-educate themselves through the scriptures of the law, and to be baptized. Even if they was baptized before, they need to be baptized again. Because if you go to church and you come out of church and you continue to do bad things, that means the person that is preaching to you has not done their job. If your preacher or the things that you listen to cannot change who you are as an individual, that means that person have not done their job, and you need to change that person. And this is my word. The word was given to me, and I had to share it with y'all. That's what Jesus was telling me. Go to your people and share it with them. And there's nothing better than this device for me to share it to the world through this device. I ain't even got to go nowhere. I can just sit on a bus and share it with y'all. And this is true, man. Ain't no realer than this. I ain't gonna gas my yeah, you know I gotta talk my shit. Let me talk my shit, nigga. You feel me? I gotta spit that word for y'all. You feel me? And this is Mark 5. Mark, I think that's how it's read. I'm not really good with the Bible. I just know when I hear something that is true, I don't need to be kumbaya and be like, hey, yeah, 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 you know, la, la, la. No, the word is good enough. That's good. When it's so, it sounds so true. I am convicted. I don't have to go and wear a robe and start acting holier than thou. I gotta act according to the word. I have to become the word. It's more important to me to be good than to pretend to be good. I have to be it. Just like a bean, I have to be it. I have to follow it. You feel me? Stop playing with it. These people are demons. They are possessed by a demonic named Narcissist. You feel me? You feel me? I gotta go. My stop is here. It's amazing when you start speaking the truth. It's usually a longer ride. All those 25 minutes in recording. You feel me? It's all good though. My final word is go get baptized. You feel me? He was living among you hiding. A tomb represents an in cave above ground. A cave represents underground, something that is carved in the earth. That's what a cave represents. A tomb is something that sits on ground, levitated. So this narcissist dwell among tombs. Not quite a life, because they lack empathy. They don't know what it takes. They don't have the emotional ingredients to be human, because they lack these things. You understand? The Bible is preaching over here. This shit is too good for me to even preach it. I'm not even worth it, am I? Y'all holler at y'all, man. I'm gonna name this Mark 5 chapter 1 to 20. Mark 5, 120. I don't know how to pronounce these chapters and everything else like that. Y'all need to get your shit together. Make sure that California is a beautiful place. So if you're in California, take off your shoes, take off your socks, and just put your feet on the grass. It will heal you in so many ways that I said put your feet on the grass. It will cleanse whatever demons you have in you too. If you're not somebody that believes in church and everything else like that, that's also something that can help you out. Feel me? Yeah. I think, yeah, man. Whew, just came off the bus like, whew, it's hot out here. And I ain't gonna be talking to y'all for, you dig? Alright. So yeah, we gotta watch out for these demons. You already know, narcissists and everything else like that. It's not subjective to one person or race or anything else like that. Everybody's guilty of narcissistic behavior. Believe that when I tell you. You feel me? I'm out of here, man.